Tron Legacy Files for Bob Gallucci, MacArthur Foundation's Not to Fail September 2011 Genius Prizes in honor of Walt Disney film Tron Legacy. This is part of Tron Legacy trailer I'm showing you now. In town use, tell Bob Gallucci, CWE funding issues. Tell Flynn of Caltech that God's grid is planet Earth. And Tron Legacy Prize and MacArthur Foundation Genius Prize is split into 4 quadrants. White House 1, Quadrant, White House 2, Quadrant 1, White House 1 is Quadrant 2. Google Goggle 2 as Quadrant 3, and Facebook user Zombie Revolts user programs of God's grid planet Earth is Quadrant 4. That's right, we're living in God, not Caltech Flynn's computer grid called Planet Earth, and now split into 4 virtual reality planet tribal issues. And this changes everything for Steve Jobs to guarantee iPhone 4 and higher generations, and of course iPod Touch 5th generation and higher generations, guarantee forever that no one can match its speed. And it will always be a little bit faster, like what I told Guth and Steve Wozniak of woz.org, the co-founder engineer of Apple, that it will always better any phone competition or netbook from Dell, Acer, Aspire 1830 with i3 Intel Core dual processor at 1.2 gigahertz. It can run NVIDIA games and PC programs at iPhone iOS 4.3 virtual reality box that should be asking Sun Microsystems and Oracle to build for them versus this. Changes everything. Coral, look at her. And of course, the fact of the matter that I'm telling you now in honor of MIT's 150-year celebration of computing science and electrical engineering, that changes everything. It changed everything versus Coral and Flynn's son dropped off from Caltech versus the CWE PhD programs. That we have the key, and we will not let the other 3 quadrants into our reality world. They call our reality world Quadrant 1 as virtual reality. And that's what the Tron Legacy Prize is about, that the cloud computing services of Apple, Wozniak, Jobs, and Tim Cook will forever guarantee a notch higher speed of iPhone 4, iPod Touch processing speed, no matter what phone or netbook challenges it. And that's what changes everything versus iPhone 4. Apple Cloud 9 computing services that will guarantee equal or better speed for free subscription fees. The iPhone 4 will always be a little bit faster through the computer network clouds of iPhone. Versus MIT Symposia on Cancer Research by D.SHAW and Tom Chips. Here, it changes everything. MIT celebration, 150 years. Computation, transformational, practical everything versus my idea. Welcome to Facebook. Google will be taken over by Facebook after its IPO in late Christmas 2012. And blow it out of the water like Google did of MySpace versus Google products. Right now, become MySpace or Murdoch's 8 billion asset News Core issues. If Google Larry Brin will fire Eschmidt for not listening to whitehouse2 Foundation Research Lab namesake issue spin-off laboratory research station of MacArthur Foundation film Genius Prizes of 2010. Tell Bob Gallucci about 2011 prizes. And how everything changes Steve Jobs through Cloud 9 computing services of Apple. Tell Steve Wozniak to tell Jobs cooks and be the interim co-CEO. And tell Jobs and Wozniak to fix my iTunes problem and App Store problems. iTunes card redeemed at Lincoln Center by Mr. Josh, staff member at Lincoln Center, New York City, Manhattan Apple Stores. New details of a Tron 3. Remind people of the use of YouTube for content. And this is the home of the people who designed Tron 3. And its legacy prices, film trailer, versus iLabs, with whitehouse2 white iPhone issues, versus Google Labs, and versus Apple Labs here in Manhattan, New York City, Lincoln Center, and elsewhere in Manhattan, New York City. Tell Wozniak to tell Jobs and Cooks to work on my iOS 4.3 GPU, CPU, power processing issues. Google not to become MySpace by Larry Brin taking on ideas when he fired Smith for not following a fast pace with MacArthur Foundation, Tron Legacy Prize, and research labs. And tell D.SHAW and Google, and of course me and the Manhattan Project of the Physics CWE funding projects to be the keynote speakers about how MIT CCL has changed everything. To give birth to NSA, MySpace, Google, Facebook taking over MySpace, becoming MySpace, Google MySpace, and of course Steve Jobs, Apple taken over by Intel dual-core 1.2 gigahertz i3 core processing chips, dual-core. And of course this happens in Sprint, in the home company of AT&T, was Acer Aspire 1830, so the AT&T's the home carrier company. Finally, I asked Bob Gallucci and of course Steve Wozniak to tell Jobs and others at Apple, like Tim Cook, to work on my Apple Store problems, iTunes. iOS 4.3 requests of dual processing GPU CPU to compete with Intel i3 core processors. They are dual at 1.2 GHz, 200 MHz faster than an A4 chip designed by Samsung. To do, of course, what? That needs to download YouTube, upload YouTube faster, and of course, dual processing GPU CPU OS systems to compete with dual core i3 processing netbooks that have 1300 by 700 HD display on 11-inch screens at $250 was contract at AT&T, home company of Apple and A4 chips, and that's why it needs power processing OS systems versus power processing hardware, as I've told him for more than half a year now to Josh personally. Tell him God has sent him a message, and Steve Watson needs to remind him along with Guth, MIT Physics, and MIT CSA's 150-year celebration, along with Gallucci's Tron Legacy Prize, not to fail CW funding this 2011 issues. Thanks. YouTube broadcast.